Dictator Elon. Elon Musk slammed as critics call him dictator and demands he be kicked out of U.S. after policies. Elon Musk throws tantrum over judicial oversight as critics demand he relocate to a country where presidents have unlimited power. Elon Musk is blasting the judiciary, claiming if judges can stop executive actions, we do not live in a democracy. If any judge anywhere can stop every presidential action everywhere, we do not live in a democracy, Musk wrote Thursday on his social media platform, X. The tech billionaire is frustrated with court rulings that have blocked the Department of Government Efficiency's efforts to access data from the Departments of Labor and Education, among other challenges to the agency's authority. As readers reminded the ill-informed Doge head, the very things Musk complains about make the U.S. a democracy. Huh? What's the point of having a judicial branch if they can't rule on what's legal and what's not? Wrote one critic. That's their function. It's called checks and balances. Why do you want to obliterate our norms? If you're not happy with a ruling, there's an appeals court all the way up to SCOTUS. It's pretty basic stuff, but Musk has been skirting the law since Doge began haphazardly neutering government agencies while thinning the government workforce. While admitting to some mistakes at an Oval Office news conference earlier in the week, Musk defended Doge's efforts, calling the cuts common sense and not draconian or radical. The people voted for major government reform, and that's what the people are going to get, he said. That's what democracy is all about. Musk described the workforce as an unelected fourth branch that had more power than any elected representative. But what of the unprecedented power given to Musk, whose thoughts on democracy differ greatly from creators of the Constitution, particularly when it comes to judicial oversight? That is literally the essence of democracy, wrote one commenter. Our government has three co-equal branches, and the court can and must be a check on the executive branch when it violates the law, especially direct violations of the Constitution. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has tried to limit independent oversight, firing the Inspector General for the U.S. Agency for International Development one day after the watchdog warned it had become nearly impossible to monitor $8.2 billion in humanitarian funds after Doge began dismantling the agency. At this point, Musk appears accountable to only the president, who handed his most prominent campaign donor an all-encompassing mandate to bring the government in line with his agenda, following the blueprint spelled out in Project 2025, which aims to reshape federal agencies by limiting regulatory oversight and restructuring funding mechanisms. While Musk's methods are disquieting to some, the ultimate goal remains popular with many Trump supporters who welcome the disruption. The federal government is so big that there are surely significant opportunities for saving and efficiency, says Robert Doar, president of the American Enterprise Institute, a center-right think tank. The fact that the president and his team is giving this a lot of attention is a good thing, and Musk has shown no inclination to slow the process. Musk operated much the same way when he took over Twitter 2 years ago, firing 80% of its staff and leading to chaotic and lingering outcomes, as chronicled in the book Character Limit. The similarities to his bureaucratic teardown are hard to ignore. On January 28th, millions of civil servants across the government received an email offering them 8 months' pay in exchange for their resignation, similar to a deal Musk offered to Twitter's employees. The email sent out even used the same subject line. Fork in the road. Of course, Twitter is a private company guided by its own set of rules. Musk has found the Constitution much more difficult to navigate. One ex-user suggested the owner of Tesla and SpaceX move to an actual dictatorship and buy off that leader. Way more fun, better trolling opportunities, and they might even let Musk press the button for LOLZ.